President Trump heading to Turkey tonight for the annual NATO summit, where disputes over funding, U.S. military commitments, and the wars in Iran and Ukraine are testing the alliance and its relationship with Washington. Let's go to correspondent Cory Smith live at the White House for us this morning. Cory, we could learn more about the so-called NATO 3.0 and the United States' potential pullback of support.
Yeah, it's one thing that we're going to be watching, Alex. A senior U.S. official telling NewsNation the president will arrive in Ankara Tuesday afternoon. He's expected to participate in a bilateral meeting with Turkish President Recep Erdogan. No doubt Iran going to be part of those discussions, given Turkey's unique role as a NATO ally that does have close diplomatic ties to Tehran. But Wednesday is the big day. President expected to meet with NATO leaders for a working session. We're told this will be a bit of a progress report. The Trump administration has really been pushing this NATO 3.0 framework where Europe takes ownership of its own defense and security, putting more GDP toward its own defenses. Also Wednesday, President Trump expected to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, who even this morning dealing with the aftermath of yet another Russian attack. The White House still very much trying to bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to an end. Ukraine, for its part, trying to secure that $8 billion funding package that is currently stalled in Congress. But both the House and Senate are not expected back in session until July 13th. Alex?
So pivoting to the war in Iran, indirect technical talks pushed back last week, but they could restart soon, right, Cory?
Yeah, they were paused for 5 days of mourning of Iran's former supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. State media in Saudi Arabia is reporting indirect talks are expected to resume on Saturday, July 11th, this time in Pakistan, not Qatar. This was the scene in Iran over the weekend. Large crowds have been gathering to pay their respects to the supreme leader killed in the early days of Operation Epic Fury, and to call for retribution against America and Israel. We did hear chants of death to America, death to Israel this weekend. We know the war between Israel and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon has also been a major obstacle in getting these talks restarted. And it's also led to a bit of a rift forming between President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. The Israeli prime minister asked about the dynamics of the relationship between the U.S. and Israel just this weekend.
99% of the time we see eye to eye. But in any family, in any close friendship, there are sometimes differences of opinion, and we discuss them openly, I can tell you, in a free spirit, and usually we resolve them too.
Meanwhile, Netanyahu's office says he and the president have agreed to meet soon here at the White House over the next few days. We hope to find out when that meeting might be.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.